Welcome to India. This is the Dumball Rally 2016. It's the world's ultimate banger rally, where 130 madcap motorists take cars that have seen better days.
If you're very lucky, you get one that's got some tread on the tyres.
And drive them as far as they can in just 1 week.
I only brought one pair of pants for the entire trip.
All to raise awareness and funds for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
It's all for a fantastic cause.
36 teams will be driving over 1,100 miles in just 7 days across the back roads of India.
So this is like driving in Sicily, Istanbul and Kosovo all together.
Their mission? To win as many challenges as possible.
After yesterday's challenge, this is a walk in the park.
On their action-packed road trip from Chennai to Goa.
Our horn works. That's all that matters.
This is a story of an incredible journey.
He's got a fish in his pocket.
Full of breakdowns.
We're spitting out some coolant. I don't know what that is, how it works, or what this is.
Bad luck.
You haven't just locked the keys in the car.
And unbreakable bonds.
For you, man.
It's been a hell of a journey.
This lot are idiots in India. Welcome to the Dumball Rally, the most beautifully deranged cross-country road trip. Previously, our Dumballers were given their own Hindustan ambassadors.
It is totally a bloody lottery at this point, yes. And I think we've done really badly.
Which they decorated.
So we now have to convert this car, a white car, into a yellow submarine.
Before departing on the first leg of their journey.
Here we go! We're on the way!
The challenge for the day is the race to Madurai, where the first 3 teams to arrive back at the hotel will pick up points for their squadron. The teams have only driven 20 kilometres out of the centre of Chennai and have already run into problems.
Should I tell them we're going to have to pull over?
The flag that decorated the front of the West Coast Cornish Trading Company's car has come loose and is blocking their view of the road.
Oh my God! I need you to unbuckle me. Unbuckle me. Come to unbuckle her. Oh my God! The flag's going to blow across the windscreen. Go on, Sierra. Pull it. Yes! Woo! Okay. Little malfunction.
40 kilometres into the day, the white team are comfortably in the lead, so have decided to stop for a break.
It's just a quick stop because our vegetation is wilting. We need to renew.
I think the best way to describe Indian driving is physically terrifying. I don't know whether they bother marking the road. It's a waste of paint. People will overtake on a whim round a blind corner, but anyone on the inside will understandingly slam on their brakes to let that car back in because there's 3 lorries about to plow into the front of them. It's kind of beautiful.
It's chaotic and everyone just makes manoeuvres. I mean, there's no law from what we can see yet. We did see someone being pulled over by a police car. We wondered, how bad have you got to be at driving to get pulled over by the police in India? Because seriously, there's guys on mopeds going up a 4-lane motorway the wrong way. We've seen some cows just grazing at the side of the road, but there's not a lot to graze. So they've been wading through landfill, but yet they're the healthiest looking cows I've ever seen. It's fantastic. And there was even one in the central reservation scratching its head. I'm thinking, how did it get there?
In second place, the blue squadron are gaining on the whites, but they've been forced to pull over.
Our car's already overheated. It's not coming down, so I thought stopping now in this heat will help it. At the end of the day, there's no guarantee the dial works. You know what I mean? It's like, it has moved, but did they put the right numbers on? Is it the right dial? It might be the speedo for all I know. We've had a great little team moment going through a red light because it just felt like it was the right thing to do. The rest of the Indian population thought it was like an opinion of a red light. Forced our way through together. It's been a great day.
This is bonkers. This is like driving in Sicily, Istanbul and Kosovo all together in one massive heap of hell on wheels. But fun.
Well, we've already seen a moped driver smack into the back of a bus, and he got up, got back on the moped, drove around, and the bus driver smacked him in the back of the head as he went past. I think that probably sums it up.
It's a bit shaky on takeoff. It's a bit juddery on landing. She wobbles a bit in the air, but we'll survive.
Whilst the cars cool down, the rest of the team take the opportunity to have a bit of a look around town.
We're looking for local SIM cards to use our phones, but you need a photocopy of your passport to do it, which we don't have. There's a Xerox shop, but apparently they don't speak English.
We needed some supplies. When you're in England, you're looking for a supermarket or a petrol station to get those things. But obviously in India, the petrol stations only sell petrol, which actually makes a lot of sense. They don't have supermarkets, so actually the closest thing to both of those things is this, which is just a random collection of stuff.
There we are, we're on the straight, we're out of the city. Yeah. Look at that view.
Back on the road, and the white squadron are the first convoy to make it out of Chennai.
I can almost smell countryside air if we weren't behind a diesel car.
So this must be the end of Chennai, right? If there's
Is this the Chennai city limits?
Yeah. Hello, bye.
Hello, bye, did you just say hello?
We're at a toll road, don't know how much it's going to be. Hope we've got enough money right now.
Now the teams are on the open road, the race is hotting up. Having left Chennai in the lead, the Whites have now dropped into second place, putting the Blues up front. But with 400 kilometres before the finish line in Madurai, it's still all to play for. OK, so we've stopped for a very late lunch, actually. It's just gone 4 o'clock. Been driving all day. We still have, I believe, about 200 kilometres to go. Average cruising speed about 80 kilometres an hour. They seem comfortable at that speed. And most of the cars are doing fine.
No problems so far, just kind of keeping together. It's been quite tricky, just because on the Indian roads everyone kind of gets in between you. But apart from that, no, all good.
When we got here, we thought a horn wasn't working and we had no indicators. Chris came to look at it and he got the horn working, got the indicators working, and then realised that we had a puncture. So he's now changed the tyre.
They've lost some foliage, some stickers have gone, some cutlery's gone from the roof of the Tea Party car. But actually, you know, realistically, everything's been fine. Even the pineapple has stayed on with its cable tie.
They've lost the B off the back of their car. I don't know how they've managed to do that.
We didn't even know. Some clever little sod decided to remove a bit.
It's nothing to do with me.
It's fine, we'll work it out. We'll work out what happened to it, and then we'll make sure it unhappens or something happens to that person. Because that's Dumball.
Ladies, can you give us a count on the cutlery and crockery damage that you've experienced so far?
We've lost one cake stand so far.
Just a cake stand. That was the main piece.
Yeah, the main piece. We've lost quite a bit of cutlery.
I'm amazed that the cups on the top have stayed. Because we've been following you for hours, watching them just shuddering and vibrating, but it's all right.
Oh, we're rocking the show, mate. We're living the dream. Obviously, only 275 kilometres to go. There's nothing. We'll be there, hopefully, by breakfast at this race.
Confident their points are already in the bag, the Blue Squadron have stopped for a quick pit stop.
So we've just pulled over for day one. We're about a third of the way. We've got a massive issue with the accelerator pedal. This has come off. So with my size 9s, it's not too bad. But with Tara's size 4s, we have to use a prop underneath her heel.
How far away are we from Madurai? How many hours?
270 kilometers.
Yeah. How much time?
2 hours.
2 hours? 2 hours?
We're going to take 6.
6, 7 hours.
Okay. 6 or 7 hours?
Yeah.
It's gone up from 2.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. With you driving. Nigel Mansell.
Not wanting to lose their pole position, the Blues are keen to get back on the road.
Come on! Let's go! I hope everyone's emptied their bladders and everything else. We're not stopping now.
All except, well, one car.
Well, we've had this problem since we got the car. It doesn't always start. It's just a small problem. It's like nearly doing it. Yes!
At the halfway mark, this is how the race currently stands. Even though they stopped for lunch, the Blue squad are still out in the lead, followed by red and green, then white, with black and yellow bringing up the rear. But in this unpredictable race, anything can happen. Coming up, sticky situations.
Unfortunately, the car has deli belly.
Split squadrons.
2 of our team did leave us behind.
Nobody wants your sorry smoothies.
And stowaways.
How are you, mate?
Hopefully we'll get that Lokarki's car back.
Welcome back to the Dumball Rally. 6 Dumball convoys are vying to get from Chennai to Madurai in the quickest time possible. James has been letting me ride shotgun in the beautiful Betty Swallock's car, and I'm now going to take charge of it. Well, it's time to go and experience some road rage, or indeed road rage. I'll be going now. Have you checked that the lights work? They do work, don't they?
They do, yeah. We had one last night.
I'm just thinking in about 2
Yeah,
hours.
it's going to get dark.
There's a cow. Tell them, cows. Bloody hell. Do not hit a cow in the road. Love
Silly
you.
cows.
You're so sacred. With 343 kilometres of the race to go, it's still anyone's game. Up front, the Blues are almost complacent about their lead.
Doing pretty well, so if we don't stop now, if we keep it 10 at the same speed, we're going to get around in decent time. Suddenly quite smoky, we're going to stop. What happened? Why are we stopping? Okay, what's going on?
So we just lost power. There's a bit of smoke that came into the car. I think the irony is that someone just radioed through saying, we're making really good time as long as no one breaks down.
Yeah, and I even said, or thought it, like we're tempting fate.
Oh dear. Come on, girl. We'll get her going again.
We've already had
our first casualty of the
Dumball.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fortunately, the support team are close by to come and assess the problem.
Did you hear that? It's not even turning over. Bonnet up. So it is serious.
Fan belt has broken.
The car will need a new fan belt before it can go anywhere.
They've discovered a lot of green gunge, but then it turns out that our fan belt has gone. It resembles a shoelace at the moment rather than rubber, which is worrying.
It's just the fan belt. They said they'll be able to sort it out and we'll be able to get back on the roads. So everything's all right. We'll be okay. But it's going to take us about
half an hour.
Yeah.
Rule number 3 in the Dumball handbook states that cars should always stay together in their convoy.
Normally we wouldn't leave anybody behind, but actually 2 of our team did leave us behind.
A fact that some of the Blue Squadron seem to have forgotten.
We're giving the other team members the benefit of the doubt and assuming that they're going to come back for us because we never leave anyone behind on the Dumball.
Meanwhile, just up the road,
We failed to adhere or even hear instructions. What instructions? To stop. down, wait. So we did not do any of those things, which means we're a man down in a split squadron. We're in a chicken smoothie place.
Has it got Wi-Fi?
It's even got Wi-Fi.
Is it air conditioned?
Totally.
Is it really clean and hygienic?
Totally.
The toilets are a delight.
The windows weren't tinted, but they will be in just 1 minute as these guys finish tinting.
You're at a 7-Eleven. Well, okay. Well, Gel. We're in a ditch. Okay, we need to wrap this up. Just getting stressed out. I'm hanging up. Bye. They're not coming. They're in a
7-Eleven with nice drinks and coffee.
Coffee, cold drinks.
We never leave a man behind.
Except when they've got ice cream and cold drinks and then they leave us behind.
Whilst the Blue Squadron wait for the mechanics to arrive, the other teams are closing the gap.
It's not one of us, is it?
Yeah.
It is one of us. There's some ice creams waving at me. Of course there is.
As the red and white teams pass the broken down car, the Blues find themselves out of first place and on the verge of dropping out of the top 3 as well.
The support car has just arrived. Hopefully they brought a spare fan belt with them and we can get it put in pretty quickly and get on our way.
I'm cancelling my RAC.
Yes, it's like Formula 1. All the guys come in.
With the fan belt replaced, the Blue Squadron are hoping to get back on the road and make up some lost time.
There seems to be a lot of liquid coming out of the bottom of the car.
It's time to go.
Unfortunately, the car has deli belly.
But there's another problem. The alternator belt on the lost Khaki's car has also snapped and cannot be replaced by the roadside. What's more, team morale is at an all-time low.
We're going to have to leave the car here, sadly.
We'll have to spread them out amongst all of the other teams, squeeze them in the back, and they can just start drinking wine because they won't have any responsibilities anymore, unlike us who wouldn't drink or drive.
Of course not.
Simultaneously or nearby to each other.
Never.
With the lost Khaki's having to abandon their car, they set off to find the other elusive members of their squad.
This is for the record. We were just trying to catch up with British Airways, who had disappeared and were listening to music too loud and not listening to their radio, and so we had to chase them down.
You had a choice of staying behind for you and just leaving them to go off into the sunset with no navigational aids,
Oh, we were having a great time.
them down.
We were trying to do the best thing by everybody, you know? It was kind of her fault.
Nobody wants a sorry smoothies. He said, we're going to get there in good time.
I was about to say what time we're going to get there.
I said, that's the kiss of death.
Yeah.
And then you came on the radio and said, our car's blown up.
Now the Blue Squadron are reunited,
Let's go, guys!
they can get back on the road.
Why don't you get in there? Because actually the back's a bit tight in there.
You all right?
Unfortunately for the Blues, that breakdown has cost them, and as they enter the last 100 kilometres, they find themselves in last place, their dreams of coming first in tatters.
We have 112 kilometres to go before we reach our destination. We will also need to stop for fuel in a bit.
Meanwhile, the other squadrons are crossing the finish line. In first place, the Greens, picking up 5 points. The Yellows in second, receiving 3 points. And the Reds in third, picking up a point. Congratulations, one and all.
We've arrived here at our destination. We started off this morning in Chennai. We're now in Madurai, some 320 kilometres away. You can see we've got a car park behind me full of decorated ambassadors. And all bar one team have made it home. They're out there in the deep, dark, flashing lighty city.
We've just arrived at petrol station. We've just driven 230 miles so far today. So we've got 30 kilometres to go before we get to the hotel tonight.
How are you, mate?
Hopefully we'll get that block of car keys car back.
But as the Blue Squadron enters the outskirts of Madurai, there's still one vehicle down and limping towards the finish line. 2 hours after the other convoys, they finally arrive at the hotel, hoping they aren't the last.
Were we the last then?
Well, basically, if the Black Squadron are here, I think we're safe. No, they're black. They're so last, yes, but intentionally last.
With the cars securely parked up for the night, the teams reflect on their first day of driving through India.
There's method in the madness, I think, actually. Once you start to kind of figure out how the traffic moves as kind of one organism, then you'll kind of go with the flow a bit more.
I got a quick driving lesson in. That was nifty.
Yeah, we did. Managed to fit it in while someone broke down.
I made a U-turn. It was fabulous.
That suffers from a small, just a smidge of road rage.
Road anger.
He hasn't quite got his India driving head on.
I have got my India
He's still in
driving head
England
on.
head.
That's how they drive.
For the lost car keys with no vehicle to continue their journey tomorrow, their rally future hangs in the balance.
Not our best day.
No,
Broke down.
our car's dead.
Yeah.
We've been having a lift for the last
Few
2 hours, so we've been separated from our car and from each other, and we're really hoping that tomorrow we get the good news and we can get back in her, but it's not looking good.
We're going to think positively though, and there it is.
There it is. What was the problem with the car? So the fan belt.
Alternator drive belt damage.
Alternator damage. Have you replaced it? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Cheers. So we're good to go for tomorrow, which is good news.
So join us on the next episode where the Dumball will go from here, Madurai, all the way down to Kovalam, a beautiful beach resort on the Arabian Sea. Next time, missing motorists,
Lost the things backwards.
moustacheless men,
We showed some dudes this moustache at the start.
and motorway matches.
We are on a motorway here, and this is a cricket game.